Get big of pie.
There you go.
You get the charger. You get these 2 batteries. This gun. This one. Ah, crap. This one. Yep, I can see it now. And then you get the bag. And I had just bought it from a Milwaukee dealership, but I actually got a better price than what these actually cost. Okay, take me off the big side.
Hold on, I'm trying to. What in the
Amy's driving it, so it'll take a minute.
I know.
It's the 3 dots.
Is it the 3 dots?
Right there.
Is it? No, it's not. It's this one.
I don't know.
Why is it not going? Hold on.
No.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on a minute.
Big of you.
There we go.
There we go.
Oh, yeah, that was weird.
Big of you.
I'm going to have to put you on the computer. My phone.
It's so weird. Like, they changed it all up.
See, that's not all the Milwaukee. Chris, that ain't all the Milwaukee stuff. There we go. I got the big bad boys.
Yeah, all my stuff's the 18 because I use it at work a lot. So I got
these are all 18s. I mean, I got
Little
one
Hill Bubber Bath.
for that little set that you just gave away. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 batteries just for that.
Nice.
That set that you guys got right there. Dale, you're gonna love it. Especially little stuff around the house. It's powerful.
Yep.
Hey, looky there. Dale's been a member for 13 months.
I know.
Yep.
He probably
That's
likes that comes up
awesome.
in green.
That's what I appreciate about Dale.
He has. The batteries are the expensive part.
Yes.
Aren't the batteries interchangeable?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, not from the 12 and the 18, though.
Yeah.
Now, what is going on with me?
Dewalt does that deal with different size batteries, and I don't care for that, but there is a big difference when you get into the bigger ones. They're tools of how long them will last. Hard to hit.
Yeah.
Now my stupid mouse won't work.
I was having mouse problems too. We're having a mouse problem tonight.
That means I can't do nothing with my computer.
Hold on, everybody. Hold on.
Oh.
Hold on. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, everybody. Hold on.
Right.
Bowen says I got 60 volts.
He does. DeWalt has a 60 volt. And that's the problem, Bowen. Y'all are so weak. You had to keep getting up higher voltage to even keep up.
Well, it's not even just higher voltage. They get like 3 times the size. It's like carrying around a whole suitcase of bricks with you.
Yeah.
Peter's been a member for 10 months.
Yep.
Yay! Jason said that's awesome, Paul.
There was a lot of people not there that I've seen the year before. We really miss you guys when you're not able to show up. Yeah, we had a really good time. And every time some of us get together, we seem to remember Greg making a comment to the waitress, and we're sitting in a room full of 40 or 50 YouTubers, and nobody got it on video.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody.
Nobody.
All the YouTubers out there, and not one of us had a video camera out.
I don't care.
Well, that's because we were being in the moment.
Thank you.
We were
Not
too much like
about the moment. Yeah.
SME. Hello, welcome.
I got one for Paul.
Hashtag I don't care.
Come on with it.
Welcome in, SME.
Give me a minute.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, I did do that. And it didn't taste like a pine stick either. And it was in the middle of church.
It was. It really was.
We ate
Don't
catfish there
leave
last
your
Friday.
don't leave your drink sitting around.
Nope. Nope. 3-way win. LOL.
Right. I don't care.
I don't care.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Oh
Right?
man.
What do you do? What do you do when the preacher acts up in church?
That happens every week where I preach.
Right?
Sometimes I'll call on somebody's name to get their attention so they look right at me. It's like having a conversation with somebody, but then you have people that come in that have the same name. And so I get confused at who I'm looking at when I call somebody's name.
Yes, Angie, that's what you do.
But I always
you
get
pray.
both of them's attention.
I laughed so much in Paul's church.
Hey, the Bible, look it up. The Bible says a merry heart doeth good like a medicine, but a contrite spirit dries the bones. And I ain't aiming to have no dry bones as long as I've got breath. Oh, let me tell you what Dale was laughing at. And I can't be a critiquer of my own church. I can't. I'm not. It's not like I'm a participant like everybody that would come in and sit down. And Dale was laughing and Nana was crying about the music in my church. And here's what they said. Well, let me just let Dale tell you what he said about the music. Yeah, I can't drive an hour and a half to church every Sunday. You're right, you can't. It would get pretty involved.
Yeah.
Maybe Dale will tell us what really got on to him. He told me.
Maybe Dale will come up and tell his story.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, here's something funny for you. Every time we're on YouTube together, I see their faces, like you're seeing mine right now.
Uh-huh.
And my deacons pray with me in the back of the church in Sunday school room before church every Sunday. And I was gone in the back when they all came in and sat down. And Anita, oh, my lips are sealed. Anita looks at me and says, "You got some visitors," and points at them, and I could identify who it was by looking at the back of their head. That's weird. I didn't know they were coming.
Yeah, that's nice.
Dale said, in my church, it sounded like everybody that was there was singing, and it was really good. But we have a sanctuary that will fit 300 people, and we usually have less than 100. And we were even down in number on Sunday. So, yeah, my lips are sealed. That's the problem, Dale. Don't be part of the problem. Everybody goes to church and nobody has any idea what to say about it.
He said it was a blessing.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah, I was like, I'd like to go one time to hear you preach.
Dale's got us beat because it's 2 hours flat for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I traveled to go see you, Paul.
Thank you. I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would too.
There's some people that've been traveling a long ways away to go to hear me preach here lately, and I don't want anybody to go to that length. But there've been 3 people went off into eternity I had to go preach for here lately.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was over an hour for us too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's 18 miles for me, so.
Yep.
Here's something that's kind of strange about my church. I didn't grow up in that community, and I grew up in the one next door. So for quite a while, I felt kind of like the outcast because there's a lot of people at my church that are really sold to Commerce high school sports. And boy, I learned that's a subject you didn't really want to talk about in church. Quapaw, let's see, probably when I was a freshman, Quapaw was the only school for the whole football year to score on Commerce's defense. They called them the Black Death defense for that whole that went on like 2 or 3 years, and Quapaw was the only school to score on them. So they probably didn't think too much of me when it come to school sports. Mm-hmm.
Bill said maybe once a month thing to go there. That'd be cool. Yeah, have a big old group. YouTube meetup, Falls Church.
I hope they don't think so, but I told them whenever we was talking about having a meetup and they was going to do it at the place where they were camping and there was no internet signal there. I'm like, I know an undisclosed location in Commerce, Oklahoma.
Oh, look at that shirt Johnny has on.
Owen.
Dang.
Hey, representing.
Repping. I'm repping that guy who don't like Milwaukee stuff.
I know.
And you know what? Tell me you have never used Milwaukee stuff without saying I've never used Milwaukee stuff.
You know how you say that, Johnny? You come on alive and say you like DeWalt. That's how you say it.
No, let's not look at that shirt. So, yeah, I was going to say, whenever you talked about boat anchors in Milwaukee, I was like, give me the scuba gear. I'll go ahead.
Where is he going fishing at?
Right, scuba gear.
Hey, Lori.
Actually,
Hey,
I like
how you
that.
doing?
Good, and you?
I'm good.
I was supposed to have a big surprise tomorrow, and I was going to do a premiere right before your live, but now I can't do it for another week.
Well, my live isn't tomorrow, so.
His is Thursday.
Okay. I'm normally working, so I don't see anybody's.
Yeah, they go live for Homestead Hangout on Thursdays.
Yeah,
Why did I think it was
Thursday at 5, I think. So.
I mean, I've seen it before. I've watched you guys, all of you, but I was also working nights, so I didn't know what day it was, anyways.
Yeah, you lose days.
You definitely lose track of days when you work.
I understand.
Yeah, I mean, I'd go to work on Monday and get off on Tuesday and sleep and think it's Thursday.
Right.
But no, I was supposed to have a building delivered tomorrow. They called at 3:30 this afternoon going, oh, we can't do it. But we can do it Thursday or Friday. I'm like, no, you can't. And the lady's like, why? I go, because I freaking have a job. And I'm not going to come home and have it sitting in my front yard figuring out how I'm going to move a 14 by 28 building. So now I have to wait till next Wednesday.
All right, guys, we need to send Bowen some Milwaukee stuff.
Yes.
Right?
Because I'm going to make him do a video about it.
Don't send him any of the tools. Just send him shirts and hats. I bet he'll be wearing them.
Send him a pack out box or something.
Yes.
Bugs.
Radio.
A radio.
I've actually got a shirt.
I saw a rod and reel.
I got that shirt.
Rod and reel.
I've actually got a shirt. I buy enough tools. They gave me a shirt.
I didn't get a shirt.
Well, I buy a lot of tools. And then on the back, it's even better.
That's true.
You buy a lot of tools?
Yeah, a lot.
You see that right there?
Uh-huh.
It's packed. For me to put any more tools in there, I'd have to buy another one.
Right.
The whole back of his
I
work van.
I got a high top transit van to pack all my tools around.
That is packed.
Hey, believe it or not, this is like one of the best toolboxes I ever
Yeah.
paid for or paying for, the drawers alone, empty, are heavier than you know what. And they got the 2 tracks. Trying to
Yeah.
line those up with your arms stretched out like this, and it's heavy.
One of these days, I'll be able to get to my toolbox in the shop, maybe.
You probably have
Brand
about
new
what 3 of
toolboxes
those.
in there that are completely empty because I can't get to them.
Yeah,
Man,
but you
I
probably got.
had the same problems in my shop. I went in there today and thought, I need to fix that tire for my feed truck. Old Gary's been running on the spare for a long time, and it's sitting there waiting on me, along with 3 or 4 others. And I got to looking, and there's hay on the floor, on my concrete floor in the shop, like a foot deep, running across right in front of where my welder and cutting torch and cutoff saws at. And I'm like, that ain't no good. And pile of trash, twine boxes and oil boxes and oil jugs. And I'm like, can you tell it's been hay season? And then I go over there, tire
Right.
changer, and somebody spilled oil all down beside the tire changer and pulled a jug of antifreeze out of the box and used
Not
part of
easy.
it, didn't put it back. And I'm like, it's just like I left it.
Right.
Sounds like a
Angie.
fire hazard.
It's
Yeah.
mm-hmm. I
White
think
Rock.
if I die of lung cancer, you guys will know why. It had to be.
Jason, I didn't spill any beans. You just got to go back like 3 weeks ago and watch the video.
Let me get the water ready first.
Everybody,
Yeah.
Gypsy wanted to say hi.
Oh, look at the doggy.
But I did want to say a big thank you to my friend Johnny, because ever since I watched that video and heard him talk about the hauling a load of hay that's on fire down the road,
Yeah.
and then I got to help Scott haul some hay down the road about 15 miles from the house on flatbed trailers. The whole time I'm looking behind me, smelling for smoke. Thanks a lot, Johnny.
I'll
Hey,
tell
I
you
put
what.
out, I put out a hayfield
Did
about
you?
3 weeks ago that caught on fire because of a tractor burning to the ground.
Yeah. Yeah. My hay trailer burnt. So while I was pulling hay.
That could have went really, really bad. That's
No,
all.
it could have. It really could.
It was bad enough, but it could have went way worse. That's for sure.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
bad. It was my worst day ever hauling hay. I can tell you that. Bad.
Well, like you said, if you'd been hauling it the way you used to, it would have been way, way worse.
That's
Yeah,
the way I was hauling it.
yeah.
Chris.
12 bells on my dozer trailer, all stacked
Uh-huh.
every which way, so you couldn't roll them off no matter what you wanted to do. You can't unhook it from the truck because you can't get to the thing because of fire.
Yep.
So you just watch your whole rig
The
burn
whole rig
from one end to
burn.
the other.
So
Yeah.
let me tell you all the precautions I took with me in order to not have that happen.
Bottle of water.
I think I had it drank before we got to where we was going. Basically, my bladder was all I had. I'm like,
I'll tell you what, do not pull your shirt off and think you're going to use it to hold stuff whenever all that hay's burning around you, because all the embers just fall right on you. It's like, it was burning me up. I had to put my shirt back on.
and you smell like scorched hair for a while.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
almost like smelling now a lot of you folks aren't going to know what I mean by this, but some of you will. Rear end grease.
Oh, rear end grease is bad, but I never could get used to that smell of them burning the hair off of a calf when they dehorn him.
Oh, well, I'll give you one worse. Pulling a calf that's been dead for a week.
I quit.
Yeah.
And the winner is
Johnny! Here's Johnny!
Oh my gosh. I had Vicks pushed up my nose, and I mean, just crazy. Just make sure your
Ugh.
farm insurance is paid up, right? That's what I need to do. I need to get some farm insurance on apparently all of the trailers and all that stuff, because I found out that your I always thought that your trailer was covered if it was hooked to your truck. And so if my truck was full covered, then my trailer was probably going to be covered as well. But no, it's not that way. What it is if you hit somebody with your trailer, like if I make a turn too sharp or something like that and I accidentally clip somebody, the insurance will pay for their car, but it will do nothing for your trailers. And if you're just pulling down the road and your trailer burns down, no. They did say that I could turn it in on my homeowner's insurance, but I tell you what, whenever you figure it all up and everything else, it's actually cheaper for me to just fix it myself than do all that. And plus the fact that they would probably just raise all your rates to get their money back. And yeah. Anyway,
you have full coverage on your truck, turns into just liability on the trailer, basically.
Right. It just, that's all it does is it just takes care of their,
you hit somebody else.
So don't be like me and figure that your insurance is going to, they told me that I needed to get a farm policy and actually cover that, list off what I want to cover. I need to cover my dozer. I need to cover the tractor. I need to cover several trailers. And
I tell you what, every farm needs, even if you don't want to afford any coverage like you're talking about, every farm that has animals needs a liability policy.
Yeah, you need,
and
it even covers your cattle.
Those are cheap. Yeah, if you get a cow out on the road that gets hit by somebody's car and it tears their car up, or worse, if somebody get hurt, they could own your farm pretty quick.
Yeah.
And not just that, like, if your animal causes more than $500 in damage, it's a felony. That's nuts.
Then there's the other thing. They can't sue you above what their property damage is unless it was your fault it was out.
Yeah.
You hear me? If you left the gate open, it's your fault. If it's a repeat offender, it's your fault. But if you don't usually have cattle out, well, they can't say it's your fault. But we have some neighbors of mine around here that like to pasture all the road ditches. Fence is just kind of a suggestion, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Wow.
I've had some friends who have switched insurances lately in Oklahoma and saved a bunch of money by moving from like State Farm to American Farmers and Ranchers. And AFR used to be Oklahoma Farmers Union, and they're an Oklahoma-based company. And I've had my insurance through them for as long as I've had any insurances. And
so I'm going to write that down. Who is that now?
Find me a pen.
Give me a pen.
AFR, American Farmers and Ranchers. My agent's name is Jake.
Jake,
not
Jake from AFR.
Jake from AFR.
I knew you.
Good night, Randy.
I knew you would.
Still praying for Julie. Love you guys too.
Hi, Randy.
There you go. I don't think he'd care.
He's really gonna put the.
Oh, you're giving me a contact. Hang on.
Big.
Hold on, I'm gonna bigify. Hold on, look.
I got it. All right. Thank you. Because, we have State Farm. And it seems like every time I turn around and they used to be real good, but it seems like lately they haven't been as good.
Jake is a fine young man and a rancher himself, and actually, he's the third owner of that
Hi, Rebecca.
agency since I've been doing business with him. I used to deal with the guy that started that agency, but he's in Fairland, Oklahoma. So he's not like all the way up here where I'm at. He's a little bit closer to you, but if he can't help you, he could tell you who's in your area for
Right.
his company. So
Yeah, because I would be, I'm not adverse to switching away from State Farm, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Because they have not. The only thing I really like about State Farm, I guess, is whenever I need like a piece of paper on my insurance and stuff like that, I can just stop by the office, which is right over here in Tahlequah.
Yeah.
And they'll just print it off for me and hand it to me. But anyway, well, hopefully they got an office that's not, or they can help me,
I'm not sure how many they've got in Oklahoma, but I'm pretty well, they've got 2 in Ottawa County, so it's possible they have one in every county at least.
I like Oklahoma insurance better than I do Texas.
Yeah.
Because my F-350 that I have sitting out here, I paid $50 a month for just regular insurance for it.
Liability.
Come to Texas, $219 a month.
That's crazy. I'm still paying something like that. I think we're at $73 a vehicle for just standard liability. And I don't have any youngsters on my insurance anymore. So
I need to shut my truck down to Johnny. My little bitty one. No, my little bitty one. I got an S10. It needs some work done to it. It needs to go faster.
Yeah. Speaking of, I was talking earlier about I was in Mexico Sunday, and I was hoping that a lot of folks would understand what Mexico means whenever you're a racer like I am. And this is Mexico. And Mexico is the street. So we were on the street Sunday. So
I know.
And now I'm trying to figure out where to put that, because YouTube has things whenever you're monetized on YouTube, they have this weird thing where they ask you questions about your videos. And one of the things they ask you about is what you doing, is it illegal?
Yeah. You didn't get caught. So
yeah, it's only illegal if you get caught, I guess. Okay,
Yeah.
So I could say I didn't get caught.
But you're also not supposed to record yourself performing a felony.
Oh, you look on YouTube at look up street racing on YouTube. My gosh, there's channels that are just built on that, and they're not small channels. They are, look at 660 Street or some of those other ones, and my goodness. So I'm trying to figure out what to do with it. I'm building it right now. I'm actually putting it together, and I'm wondering if I should put it on Outdoors and More, because I really don't have to answer any questions over there.
that would qualify as more. That would fall under the more part of that channel.
Yep.
Definitely was outdoor.
Yeah, it was outdoors.
Yeah. Street Racing Channel, 660 Street. Yeah. See that? I mean, they've got it's the whole name of the channel, is Street Racing Channel. So, yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Free range racing. I don't know. Free range racing.
Free range racing.
More magnanimous face on this thing.
But anyway, yeah, it was a good time. So
that's why I didn't record any hauling hay trailers. There's no need to catch me in the act.
Well, my hay trailer on fire. I didn't have a picture of that either, but
Somebody
luckily
else
somebody's house got a picture of it for me. So
Scott drove by me with his load and said, I put a strap on the back of mine. I got one if you want to put it on yours. And I'm like, I'd have to take it off when we get there. I don't want to be involved in such foolishness. You know what I mean? He's like, you lose them off, we'll have to go back and get them. And I'm like, I got that taken into account. Son, you loaded them. You better have loaded them right, you know?
yeah, there you go. I tell you what, my brother, when we first started, whenever mine caught on fire, he was using a little flatbed trailer, just a little like 16-foot utility trailer type deal. And we were just putting 3 bales on it, just, and we knew we didn't have a tractor over there where they were going. So we were just going to roll them off. That's all it was just they were flat on there straight where they could just roll straight off. And I told him when we got there, I pulled the strap off of it and I said, all right, Kenny, jump in the truck and just floor it. And they should all just roll right off the back. So he jumped in that truck and that V6 didn't have enough guts to hardly even move. And he said, we're going to have something different if we're going to try to do it this way because he's got a V6 Chevy full-size pickup. And he said, we're going to have something different. And I said, yeah, I keep forgetting what you're driving. Let's just push them off.
Good night, Tina.
I thought you had a truck.
Yeah. So, good night, Tina.
That's all right. I'll take a beating like that. I've heard that there's a seat for every rear end around there.
What? I didn't say. Did I say anything about you at all?
No, but you mentioned my brand.
Oh, I didn't know that was your brand. Is that
You
your brand?
own part of that company? Holy crap, Paul.
Oh my gosh. How much stock do you have in them?
Yeah, how much stock do you have in Chevy?
No. If you're a real Chevy owner, you don't buy stock in Chevrolet. You buy stock in like Pennzoil or something like that. You know.
Hey, Tony.
Yeah,
Or
I've
O'Reilly.
heard it. I've heard that if there's not oil on the ground under a Chevy, there's probably not any oil in it.
Yeah, there ain't no sense in checking it unless you don't see a spot there.
Right?
Thank you very much. That was how my Dodge was, though.
That's just what I've heard. I don't know.
Hi, Tony.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, I've got 2 Dodges, and I know you'll probably say there's no oil in them, but they don't leak either. So,
Hey, I was amazed. Even when mine was leaking pretty bad, it still showed full on the dipstick. I don't know whether that dipstick went into a different spot or maybe it was leaking the factory oil from something else there. But
I tell you what, my tractor, every time I pulled it up on the trailer, it looked like somebody got killed on the trailer by the time I get there with all the fluid that's on the trailer.
Well, he's just trying to help.
And I was like, what in the world could that be? And I always thought, well, that's an oil leak or something like that. And well, I found out what that was here a while back whenever I went to check the hydraulic oil on it. And it took almost 10 gallons of hydraulic, or no, wait a minute. It took 7 gallons of hydraulic fluid to fill it back up.
Well, you know, my old big tractor only takes 17 in the rear end. When you get to having to put half of that in there, it was pretty low.
It was pretty low.
Yeah.
Good night, man.
Yeah.
I gotta remember to check my oil.
Yeah, it's like what?
Rebecca has a P.O. box now.
Nice.
I've hauled my
get
new to me little tractor a few times here lately, and I just pull it up on the trailer and set the parking brake, and that way it's nice and cold inside when I get back in it, right? Mm-hmm. And I found out instead of running the drain tubes for the air conditioner down the front posts on the cab on it, they ran them down the rollover protective structure, and so it pees on the tire on the inside. There was water all over my trailer on the inside of the back tires. Well, the back tires on mine's flooded, and I'm like, oh no. That's my tire leaking water out on my trailer. That would be double bad. And no, it was all
It
from
was the AC.
AC.
There's Dakota and Shayla. Hello, Dakota and Shayla.
Yep, you missed out. You should have been here earlier and got some Milwaukee tools.
I won a cup, but not this.
I
not
got one
this
down.
Well, I did win this one. I just didn't win this one tonight. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't remember how I won this one. That may be just because Johnny has a Paul Case cup.
I do.
Well,
I have one somewhere.
You have.
Don't.
I've
Chris
got to
has-
get more YouTube cups.
I don't have one.
Yeah, Chris has the Gillum Farms. I have the Miss Christine. Yeah, that's it.
I don't even see one, which is kind of unusual.
Whenever I was mowing my board broke and the brush off was in the track tire. I turned it out, I looked, I got it off, and there was a green wet slime all over the tire. Thought it was coolant.
No,
Just grass.
I figured out something else about fluided rear tires on tractors that I don't know if I ever knew, or maybe I had, but I forgot because none of the rest of mine have fluid in them. But on that new little one, it does. And when you stop and you're sitting still, it's going to do this.
It's like a waterbed.
Using them tires until it finally settles down. And I was trying to make up my mind that it was the fuel in the fuel tank doing that. And I'm like, it only holds 12 gallon or something like that. No.
So what do they actually have in them, Paul?
I don't know what this one has because I have not touched it, but I bet it's calcium chloride. But the new thing is beet juice.
Yeah, beet juice.
Yeah.
A lot of people use beet juice. A lot of people use windshield water, or not windshield water. Well, actually that too, but RV antifreeze, windshield washer fluid.
There's a problem with that RV antifreeze. The orange stuff, it will freeze, but it doesn't expand.
Yeah.
And so you have to be a little more careful with it. And I found that out the hard way. The new one of our sawmills, or the newer one, has a little pump on the water that sprays on the blade. And we was trying to keep it thawed out when we weren't using it with that orange RV antifreeze. And then I read the bottle. I'm like, we're not using any more of this for that.
I'll tell you something else that'll freeze. Straight antifreeze.
Yeah, you got to mix it half with water.
Because I had some straight antifreeze out there and it froze last winter. It didn't, the jug never expanded or anything like that, but it did freeze. I was amazed. I was like, you can have a bottle of water sitting out there, like a sealed bottle of actual just drinking water. And you can set it out there in the shop, and then you have a jug antifreeze sitting there, and that jug antifreeze froze solid, and that bottle of water didn't.
Till you open it.
Till you open it. As soon as you open a bottle of water, it'll freeze.
There's Lacey
It's
P.
weird. Green coolant in Dakota's tractor, in the tire.
I had a friend that had lived or worked in Alaska for a while, and he said that when they get antifreeze up there, they have to take the barrels inside and cut them open to get it to thaw out so they can use it.
Right.
I have a picture. Let's see if I can find even a better one. 4-7. Yeah, January 21 might have caused that.
Might have, maybe.
Feels
Feels like -7.
Right about that time was whenever it was really weird. I was out in the shop and I was working or messing around, and I've just walked past the GTO and the hood was up, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna pop that radiator cap off that GTO and look in there to see if I could see, the water or the antifreeze or whatever. I popped that dude off there, and it was froze solid. The radiator was, and that scared me like you would not believe because, you know, that ain't the only thing that's got water in it in that car. And it's all I could see was aluminum cracked block, is all I could see. And I was kind of freaking out for a little bit, but I guess it's all good because I've raced several times and it seems to be all right. So
Probably ought to mix water with that.
well, it had water. It had a little water and some antifreeze in it, but it froze. And I don't know if it didn't freeze as hard because I put a heater under it, under the car, and within an hour, everything in that thing was
Thawed out.
liquid.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Winter is approaching too quickly. Well, you know, it can kind of hurry up right now a little bit, just a little bit.
Hey, Johnny, you're going to the winter before the winter.
I am going to the winter.
Yeah.
Here in about
Yep.
2 weeks or less.
Yeah.
You know what?
Less now.
I hope when you're up there in on that cruise ship, you don't get all spoiled and can't, you know, hack it when you come back. Cause
Oh my goodness! Think about that. Yeah. No, I did not have it checked, Dale. And the reason being is because, you know, antifreeze in a race car is a bad deal. So I just put some in it. I drained some water out and I poured some antifreeze in it. And I didn't check to see what it was good for. But antifreeze, whenever you're racing, you're not supposed to have antifreeze in them because antifreeze is the hardest thing to clean off a track. It's harder to clean up than transmission fluid or oil off a drag strip. So,
well, I want to tell you something. If you bust one of them tires that has calcium chloride in it, and or you break the valve stem out of it, and it happens to be turned to the inside, you are going to take a bath in some nasty water, and everything else is too. Dad was bush hogging and had a sprout stick up and knocked his valve stem off, and it was on an old M farm all, and he didn't have an overrunning clutch on his mower, and so it pushed him about 4 revolutions of that tire. Finally stopped, and he said, "Man, it washed everything with that salt water."
yeah, and that stuff will rust those rims. Oh my gosh, those rims are just, they don't last whenever they put that in there.
You mean up there where they make TV shows about boats sinking?
You got rain? Oh man.
Yeah, we got some rain.
Well, good. You know what?
Yesterday kind of tapered off when we got all our hay off the field.
We got rain today for about 30 seconds. You see it coming, boom, you got hit by it, and it was gone. Sun was back up.
Just got done pouring there on Dale and that.
Wow.
Man, there's a lot of people living right.
See, with the job I have, I don't need the rain because I go to chicken farms.
Yeah,
It's very slick.
No, we got a little bit of rain last night, but I don't think it really was enough to do much. It was really weird because I thought we were going to get a lot. And then as the time went, I kept watching the weather and I was going, we're probably not going to get any rain. And then it rained about 20 minutes last night, maybe.
Them dadgum weathermen around here, their deal that predicts it for them ain't working right. That's all I got to say.
I liked old Don Woods' deal, you know, Gusty, you know, had little Gusty helping him out. He was Channel 8 here in Oklahoma for a long time. Don would be like, if he said it was going to rain, it was going to rain. But, you know, of course, they didn't forecast out 3 months either. They forecast like 2 days from now. It's going to rain.
Their deal on their little radar on all of mine comes from KOAM in Pittsburgh, Kansas, and Joplin, Missouri. But their little deal on their radar showed one day when we were hauling hay where I was unloading bales on the north side of 40 Road. For half an hour, it rained on the south side of 40 Road.
Yeah.
And it never rained over there.
Oh,
and
wow.
then it was doing that to us again yesterday morning. But then in the afternoon, when we really got started moving stuff around here, it actually did rain some. Had everything wet anyway. I don't know how much of it ever got to the dirt. But we was getting lightning, and you could see fronts moving through, making lots of noise. Every time it would thunder, I thought my tractor was making a new noise. That kind of stuff.
It rained. It butt off yesterday for what, 6 o'clock to 9:30, and then
Something like
it
that.
rained again last night, like overnight too.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just raining a little bit yesterday. It was like
pouring.
white sheets. You couldn't see the road. It was nuts.
Wow.
I bet that he says on filing number 1 at something. I bet he's got the little crown.
XP.
Go Dale.
We have
Dale's number 1.
Hey, Johnny, when are you gonna work on your shop with the electric?
I need it.
gotta find his tool.
But right now, it's going to have to be like
After you get back to the States?
it's going to have to be like. See, we're going here. Here's how it works. We're going to on a cruise. Then when we get back from a cruise, I got to get the GTO ready for the race in Kansas. Then we got the race in Kansas. Then we got the right after, not that far after that, we got Poverty Tour, which is driving to Tucson, Arizona in junk, and the literal junk. I'm telling you, it's junk, guys. And then
You want to borrow my truck? Is that what I heard? You want to borrow my truck? Is that what I heard?
And then we got our elk hunt, and I don't know. In between all this, I'm doing editing videos and going to auctions all the time and stuff like that. So it's probably going to be up in the winter.
I'll loan it to you.
Maybe.
You're going to need to put a fuel tank on the back because it's got a 454 and they're thirsty. And I know one of the front tires is set around and slipped a belt. So we'll have to work on it a little bit. But you really want to look like you're driving in poverty, I can help you with that.
Hi, Lori Clark.
I will keep that in mind, Paul. I will keep that in mind because, you know.
You've heard of poetry in
We're trying
motion? That's not me. Me is poverty in motion.
We're trying to out poverty everybody else that's going.
Out poverty them.
We're gonna out poverty you.
Golly.
Yeah, if we got something that'll run on old used motor oil or something, that would help.
Hey, I have become a specialist at looking like I'm baling hay like they did in 1980. I really have. I've been doing it for 40 years.
Good.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. No, I got to get that. People say, "Ooh, Trans Am." Yeah, right. So, Trans Am nowadays is a dirt track car. So, anyway, that's what I'm going to try to get running to go on this deal. It does have the original engine in it from 77 and never been apart or anything like that. But I remember it was 17 years ago the last time it ran, and I remember that it had some tremendous exhaust leaks right at the head. So it's got some broken off bolts in the exhaust manifolds and stuff. So anyway, Paul Cox of Fab Rats is building a blown LS car for duct tape drag. Well, I could take a blown car to the duct tape drags, but I think it's going to be more about the journey than the actual what happens when I get there, I think.
If you're going to use a blown car and you like Milwaukee power tools so much, why wouldn't you get you one of them high-powered leaf blowers and
Yeah.
back up? Just
You know,
I hear it coming.
there's videos about that out there, Paul.
Whoosh, just like one of them there Elon Musk cars, a Tesla.
That there's actually been videos of people doing stuff like that, taking a leaf blower and creating a supercharger from a leaf blower, trying to pull boost out of it and all that stuff.
Almost what I was talking about.
How's that?
Maybe we'll just hook it on the back to where it's blowing the air out the back.
Oh, you're talking about it pushing you.
Or you could get you one of them 3/8 drills and put a little rubber tire on it and hold that against your tire to power it.
How many on here have taken an old starter motor and hooked it up on your bicycle whenever you were a kid and used it and put a battery on your bike and rode that around?
No, but I'll tell you
I've
what
seen
I
it
did
done.
do. What I did do with a starter motor was I got the flex plate to go with it and welded the flex plate to the pulley on an auger and built a feed box out of it that was powered by an engine starter.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Worked great till the bearing went out. It even turned about the right speed. It was loud, though.
Right.
My dad put a big 42-inch fan blade on an alternator and charged the battery and ran 12-volt lights in the barn because he didn't want to run power all the way down there.
Nice.
He made his own little windmill, I guess, generator. He just took an alternator and a gigantic fan, one of those big 42-inch shop fans, put the alternator on it, stuck it up on the top of the barn, and
so when the wind wasn't blowing, did he make you guys get up there and?
Well, where he was at, there was always some kind of wind.
Yeah,
really.
They were on the hill, so even if it wasn't blowing super bad, like the change of altitude made it blow enough that the battery never went dead. And he put
Bowen got a new.
just a little bit of 12-volt lights. It takes forever to kill a battery with not a whole lot of power taken.
Oh, nowadays, if you put an LED on it, lasts forever.
Right.
Yeah.
I've got an old blower motor out here that I'm going to turn into a fan.
Oh, I got squirrel cages running out my ears from work.
Yeah. Bowen got a new wheelchair, and he said to pray that he don't unalive himself. Learn how to drive this squirrely thing.
Yeah. You can take and hook a chain to one of them DeWalt tools and throw it out the back use it for an anchor. One of them 60-volt batteries on it. That should slow you down.
Yeah.
I thought there was a seat for every butt at this table. I don't know about y'all.
Oh, he said I almost crushed my feet feeding the chickens. Oh no.
Oh, I see you, says Bowen. Hey Bowen, I'm repping you tonight. Yeah.
You can use treadmill motors.
I heard they got them big old heavy 60-volt batteries. You can throw one of them right out, and it'll stop you like that.
Or you can block your tire with it.
Just like a brick.
Hold your door open.
And it's about that useful.
Oh, we were at an auction the other day, and there was a guy there was a big old weed eater there, and it had no battery with it. No, it did. No, I'm sorry. It had a battery with it. And they were looking at that. It was a DeWalt. It had one of those big 60-volt batteries. And they were looking around there on the table to see if they could find some way of charging that thing. So they were grabbing every DeWalt charger around and trying to, it won't work. It won't work. It won't work. That thing was huge. That battery was absolutely huge. And, but I don't know anything about them, but I was like, we've got a Milwaukee weed eater right here. I'd probably put up against it with an 18-volt battery.
Yep.
He said, call your rep. He needs a video at this point.
Right. Once you go red, you won't go back.
I've got a DeWalt drill that someone gave me. It was almost brand new. I used it once, put it in a box. It's in my back room, and my Milwaukee's come out.
Yeah.
My
even the
boss
little
was
bitty one
all about DeWalt, and he went and bought the DeWalt like cordless nail gun, like the framing nailer, because he's got all the DeWalt batteries and he's fully invested, so he can't switch over now because he's got all this DeWalt crap already. And I went and got the Milwaukee cordless nail gun, and his DeWalt shot 2 nails and jammed. And he was using DeWalt nails. Like there was no reason for it. Like you can't blame the nails. He was using DeWalt nails too. He shot 2 nails and a third one jammed. And I'm on my second box of 10,000 nails, and I haven't got it to jam yet.
We're not hating, Bowen. If you like your DeWalt stuff, that's fine.
I've got some
You fired first.
I got some really old Craftsman impact drivers that I've built like 3 houses with and a barn, putting in deck screws, those star-headed deck screws, and they have a cord on them, and everybody that's worked with me just hates them. And that's what we wind up using because I don't have to charge batteries. and whenever they get done and won't work no more, I won't have to worry about where to hook the chain onto them so they can be an anchor. They already got. Yeah, it got so bad when we was building the house I'm living in that one guy said, if I'm ever falling out of an airplane, keep the parachute and give me this cord. You know what I mean? This cord that this is plugged into. It just hangs up on everything. I'm like, that's perfect. It's still working too.
Yeah. The corded stuff, you know. But I can tell you what, if you buy something at an auction that has a cord, just know that you're probably just buying whatever copper and stuff that you can get out of it.
Yeah.
I'm just
I
telling
actually bought a couple, and one of them was a DeWalt and one was a Milwaukee corded 1/2-inch electric impact wrenches. And one of them's still working and the other one's not. The Milwaukee one hammered itself to death. It actually would hit so hard that it broke the bolts that held it together. So I couldn't make it stay together. I was to the point of JB welding it. And then I thought, why don't I just use the other one?
A plastic pew-pew. Plastic pew-pew. We're talking about Glocks now?
You're a plastic pew-pew fanboy, ain't you, Chris?
No, my pew-pew's all metal.
I don't even have one of them, but I do have a cordless hole puncher.
Yeah. Speaking of cordless hole punchers, I came up with a few recently, and but I haven't got my videos out yet. But and I need to take them and see if they punch holes real quick.
This is not going to end well.
First semester, I use a DeWalt battery.
When I fished Mississippi River,
well, I guess you could probably get in about the same amount of trouble as if you had an old hand crank telephone.
We was at an auction and they told everyone to plug it in. If it didn't work, you didn't have to pay for it. That's a good auction, Dale. The ones I go to, their favorite saying is "buy it and like it."
Buy it and like it.
That sounds like leech. What that sounds like.
It is. It's leech.
Used to try to go to the pig sale they'd have there back when I was growing a few hogs, and you never could buy anything at Leach. I quit going just because of that. The guy that owned it had a contract where he was selling any goats that he could buy and any hogs less than 100 pounds, and he was hauling them all the way to California and selling them to immigrants that would butcher them themselves and then roast them as a whole animal.
Why was he having to haul them all the way to California?
He had to get the money for it.
No, in California, you had to go out there. I was going to say you can sell them to immigrants anywhere.
Well, you can now, but that was 25 years ago.
So,
And I was telling my dad that the other day. My dad said his dad used to sell shoat pigs to Armenians. And he said, I don't have no idea where Armenia is. So we looked it up because he was telling me it wasn't Arabs who were Armenians. And where's that at?
Armenia.
Right next to Afghanistan, I think. And so it was right over there in the Middle East anyway. I'm like, no, there's about the same people, I think, you know. But apparently that's been a thing for a long time.
Yeah.
They say if you haul a semi-pot load of goats to Pennsylvania, you get $1 million.
Wow.
What are we waiting on?
Yeah.
I've been hearing a lot of people crying about hauling semi loads of corn and getting no dollars hardly.
Right.
Why, corn down?
Yeah, it's cheap.
Well, when's the price of feed going to go down then?
Yeah, I don't know. Isn't that something?
It doesn't work that way, does
It
it?
don't work that way.
They actually bust it up and mess it up to where you can't recognize it and then put it in a bag and it's worth twice as much.
Yeah.
And I had the same problem around here. The local farmers co-op buys all kinds of grain from people and they charge them dockage for foreign material in it. And then whenever they make your feed, there's a handful of stalks in every bag.
Right.
No dockage there.
Good night, Lacey.
I guess that's just so that when
Good night, Bowen. Good night, Lacey.
Grain, they've got something to pick their teeth with. I don't know.
Yeah, corn, it needs, I'd be digging some of that $5 a bag corn if I could find some like it used to be. But it ain't happening, I guess.
Hush, Paul. It's scary for us corn farmers right now.
All I do is deliver baby chicks to farms. The feed's already there.
Yeah.
And I'm really getting tired. I'm glad I don't have chickens because I'd really hate to see them right now. I mean, I get them when they're about that big. They're nice and cute and all that. Just today, I delivered to 7 different houses, 189,000 birds.
Oh, wow.
And all you hear all day long is chirp, 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 chirp.
189,000 times.
Wow. So I bought these little pheasants like at auction, little bitty ringneck pheasants. Bought 10 of them. We got 8 left. And we kept them we had them in a coop out there. It was like one of those little coops that you get at Tractor Supply or something like that. Until they got, about 2 weeks ago. And finally I just opened the door up, let them go. And guess what? They're still here. There's what?
Your thumb went up and you got a thumbs up. So he's just doing the thumbs up.
I can't do the thumbs down one.
So anyway, but those pheasants are still running around here. As a matter of fact, Christina's got one of those, what's those stackable things that people put on their porches and stuff where they grow herbs and stuff in them? And they're like, what I'm talking about?
Yeah, they're the stackable
Yeah, soil in
planters.
them. I
Yeah.
don't know what they're called, but she's got one of them out there, and it's probably about that tall, and it's got a bunch of herbs and stuff growing in it. Well, I was in here editing a video, and I went to the door this afternoon and looked out there, and there was a whole bunch of dirt on the porch on our porch here, and I was like, well, them things have got up there and kind of kicked her. I thought they had been at the bottom of it and pulled some of that dirt out of the bottom one. No, they were actually up in the top one, and they were using it as one of those a dust bath is what they were doing. Those pheasants were up there in the top, yeah, a green stalker thing, and they were up in the top shelf, and they were dusting up in that thing. There was 3 of them in it, and I was running pheasants out of there, and they're just. I tell you what, the thing about pheasants though is they're not as like chickens will just eat each other. Basically, they're hard on each other. These pheasants have never actually. Chiggers are getting them. Might be, but the pheasants they have never actually done anything to like each other. I guess you'd say. Their feathers all look beautiful. They're looking really good. But they do go off in the woods sometimes and come back. So they've been there for about 2 weeks when we got 8 of them, and they're still all 8 of them's here.
I think some of the turkeys that Amy had get out when she first got them are out here in the woods, because I was out there the other night just before dusk, and I could hear turkeys out that way in a completely, totally different direction from where ours are back here. And I was like, I bet that's some of your stupid turkeys that got out, and they're just out here being turkeys now.
We never had any wild turkeys around here when I was growing up, but there's quite a population of them now. And the guy that was helping me cut trees here a while back during season, he's like sitting in his truck eating lunch, and he gets his phone out, and he's like, I need to find me a good turkey call. So he starts, playing these turkey calls on his phone, just trying to find one he liked. And up the trail he's sitting on out in the pasture, here comes a tom running straight at him. So he didn't need a turkey call after he bagged that tom. The thing had spurs that long, and it had like a 10-inch beard. I was like, did you go ahead and get the biggest one? He says the only one running toward me.
Don't make me actually. Yeah, the what is that? The
diatomaceous earth.
Yes, diatomaceous earth. Yes.
You want me to
He
spell
said, "Don't
that?
actually make me spell that."
Like for me to spell that for you? I can do it. Are you ready? THAT. Got it. All day, every day. Yeah. That didn't cost anything.
Yeah, that, Chris. That's cool.
My mom was lazy with it. She said DE.
Yeah, that's what he said. DE.
Just DE.
Yeah, DE.
Yeah. Hopefully that stuff will work with sand fleas.
Apparently it'll work on anything with an exoskeleton, because it scratches them all to crap, I guess.
Well, we're going to find out, because I'm putting that all through this yard tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I don't have a choice. I mean, me and my neighbor, just 2 of us, she found something that she bought off Amazon. Can't remember the name of it. Got rid of all her sand fleas. Because they all came over here. And my poor dog, she's just eaten alive by them. So I've got to figure something out. I've been told take Irish Spring soap and grate it up and throw it out in your yard. I've told buy a bunch of Dawn dish liquid and spray it out in your yard. And all this stuff's supposed to get rid of these fleas. We'll find out tomorrow.
Well,
Don't forget to, video it.
Exactly.
Dale, I don't think it was an electric call that he was listening to on his phone. When he was looking for a call, he was like looking on Amazon, and they had places where you could listen to these calls. And he was just listening to them to see how close to real they were on his phone. And
Apparently real enough.
apparently the turkey thought it was real.
There's Carl. Hi, Carl.
Hey, Carl.
Carl.
I'm finally over my chigger bites. They were bad. Oh, chiggers are
Dude,
bad.
every time I walk around in the yard, my ankles are eat up with it.
Oh,
It's
really?
annoying. It's annoying as all get out.
I got a solution for that.
Don't walk around in the yard? Yeah, it's like when you go to the doctor and say, Doc, it hurts when I do this, and it hurts when I do this, and it hurts when I do this.
My
Don't
do that.
was every time I take a drink,
Stop doing that.
every time I take a drink of my coffee, my eyeball hurts.
Long
Take the
pants.
screw now.
I'm not out there in shorts, Lori. Don't worry.
I know, he's not me.
I ain't walking around the yard in shorts.
Long pants just means they just crawl up underneath your pants and get all over up and down your legs. I mean,
Yeah.
I wear long pants all the time, and that's what happens to me. They got to climb up my cowboy boots and right on in, and then there they are. And that's the thing. They'll go up and down into my boots, and then they're around my socks, and
Yeah, they get
always from the top of my boot down to my feet.
Yeah, it's always right down on my ankles.
Yeah.
I got a question for Mr. Carl if he's still listening. Did y'all get done making hay, Carl? They've been
Socks
working
over
on
pant legs.
Socks over pant legs.
it.
Well, I've got my pant legs down in my boots. Dale hates that, but it is what it is.
Bye, Avid. And you will not catch Chris in
Bye.
skinny jeans either.
Nope.
No.
I buy my jeans in the men's department, not the ladies' department.
I got some new boots in today. I'm excited to try out. We're going to be going on this cruise, and I wanted to wear something that didn't weigh like 30 pounds. And so I got some Brunt feather lights. And
it's really.
I'm an over boot guy. So anyway, I got some Brunts, and I'm excited to try them out. They kind of look like a hiking shoe of some sort. I'm sure some people call them hiking boots, but I'm going to call them a hiking shoe because they're not a boot. So, but they're pretty light. They feel pretty good. I'll see how they are. Because I understand we have to walk to town in some of these places.
Good night, Avid. He's at work now.
Yeah.
Johnny, are the boots you normally wear Brunt?
No, I normally wear an Irish setter is what they are. But these Brunts, I've been watching. It's funny. I've been watching several YouTube channels, and I guess they've all got these, like heavy equipment guys working heavy equipment and stuff like that. And I guess they've all got, these deals where they do Brunt ads every once in a while in their video. So I thought, I could get 10% off by going in and putting hashtag, whatever this deal. So I thought, well, I'll get 10% off by going to one of these and get some of these Brunt boots and try them out, because they're all just going on and on and on about how they're the best thing ever. And no, I didn't get any Hey Dudes. Hey Dudes I know you like them and everything, and I'm sure they'd make nice house shoes.
Don't be hating on my Hey Dudes, mister. Come on now. You beat up my truck.
I'm sure they make great house shoes, is what I said. I'm sure they'd be great for wearing around the house and stuff like that.
I bought me a set of those Brunt boots, but I wanted to try some that was just pull-ons. and my ankles are too big to fit in them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I thought I was having trouble with my ankles swelling for a while, and I thought, yeah, it'll get back to normal. I'll be able to stand to wear them. Nope, can't stand them. Never even wore them enough to get them broke in. So
Really? What size are they?
13,
Huh?
13.
Still got them?
Yeah,
Might
Tried
buy
to
them
give-
off of you.
I'll give them to you. I've tried to give them to several people, and
I'll take them. I'm your guy.
all right. All right.
No.
They're still in the box. So,
Oh!
it was the price was right.
What's your auction number?
You know, what's your number?
Man, I'm surprised I don't have one laying here. I always get one.
Carl, we got done baling about a week ago, a little over a week ago, and we got everything that we had baled moved off. Finished it yesterday evening about 7:30, and between Scott and Dakota and me, we baled 1,008 round bales. And I'm so glad. I could tell Scott was getting tired of it, but I knew he was finished when he backed his tractor and baler in the barn and took the battery out and took it with him. I knew that was a definite cue. He's done.
Dale says he bids $1.
Sorry, hollered sold. But I did go to an auction one. Well, I'll tell you what, that one auction, I got so mad at that one time, and they've never done it since. But they had an auction, and I went, and there was a grill for 1970. Bye, Ed. There was a grill for 1970 Chevy pickup there, and it was in immaculate condition. And I was standing there, and they said, "All right, everything between here and there, you have your choice if you want to buy it." So I was watching, and I knew that grill was in there, and I said, I bid. I think I won it for I won it for right around. I can't remember what it is. I'll have to go back and watch my own video to see, but it might have been $70 or $80 or something like that I won it for. I can't remember. And some guy, after it was sold, and I said what I wanted, some guy over there he goes, "Oh, was that in there? I didn't know that was in there. Oh, well, we'll restart it. We'll just start off where we were." And I was like, hang on. And they did.
Well, I own it now. You want to buy it? You have to buy it for me.
Yeah, you'd be buying it from me. But no, they restarted it, and he bid it on up, and I was like, I'm not bidding anymore. I've already won it, so yeah, I hated it. I could not believe that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Paul Case, do you have a funny story that you gonna tell, or do I get to end this with you still on the?
It ain't 1 o'clock yet.
Oh no! I'm surprised you made it this long. It's almost 3 hours in.
I haven't been here that long.
Dale said I would have thrown a fit. That I would have too. Like,
Yeah.
Hello.
I would have made it like
fit.
I would have made it bring like $5 the second time, and I wouldn't have been there to have witnessed it either.
Oh, you'd have just went over and stomped it real quick and then just walked off.
Oh, you want to sell this again after you sold it to me? Well, here's your item, and here's my buyer number.
There's Wendy. Hi, Wendy.
Hey, Wendy.
Dale says you had 3 hours to go. No.
Grab and go.
Grab and go.
Y'all said sold. I'm taking my stuff.
Yeah, I mean, they already said so. I mean, it's on the video. You can hear them. They said sold, and then some guy was, "Wait, was that in there?" Yes.
Sure was.
I didn't know.
Well, at that point, you've been like, sorry, you should have been listening. Hello.
Yeah,
Pay
it was
attention.
in there. It ain't no more because I just bought it.
I just bought it. Oh my
It was.
gosh.
And my
Past
number
two.
is.
I'd have been telling my number 1 because I'd only had one finger to
I went to an auction a few years ago over here at Racine, and it was a guy that everybody knew. He was the only guy around here that bought hides, and he had a whole bunch of equipment and a whole bunch of junk. And I wasn't even too interested in anything till I got over there, and they had an old. We had several 78 or about that year model Chevy pickups, and he had a Chevy 3/4 ton 78 sitting there that was going to sell for parts. And it had a flatbed on it, and they had put had cutouts on it and racks for cutting torch bottles and a whole bunch of toolboxes bolted down to that bed. And it wasn't like it was nice. The thing didn't run. And it had a whole bunch of stuff just laying on it. And I bought the truck for $100. And before I left where I was standing, I had 4 people come by and buy stuff from me off the back of that truck for $20 a piece. Mm-hmm. So basically, before I even got the truck home, I only had $20 in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my story for the evening.
Well, I've got the same story. I bought a table with a vise on it, and I had a whole bunch of stuff on it, fencing material, fencing type stuff, like fence stretchers and stuff like that were just laying on the table. And I got everything that was on the table plus the table. And I think I gave $50 for it. And before I could even load it, I had sold more than $50 worth of stuff off of it, I think.
Yeah.
I think the tires and wheels off of that truck are still around here on a trailer we use once in a while.
Nice.
That was a long time ago.
What movie? I'll Make You Famous. What movie was that on? I have no idea. I don't watch a lot of movies.
I will make you famous.
I will make you famous.
Well, go ahead and make my day.
My Paul. Our tomatoes and loofahs are going crazy.
Nice.
Yeah, they are. Oh, no. So sorry to hear that, Wendy.
Oh, Wendy.
Prayers for your family.
Yeah, we're sending prayers your way. Oh, no. Oh, man. Good night, Paul.
It was a Western type movie. I will make you famous. I don't know. Don't know. Don't know that one. Of course, I can't remember. I've got a bad case of CRS, so you know.
Yep.
Yeah. Some things makes you go insane, and others you're like, I can't believe I got it that cheap. Yep.
Johnny, I was looking at that wood burner you got not too long ago when you were like walking through beforehand. I was like, man, that's nice, and then you ended up getting it. I'm like, dang, I gotta start going to these things. Like $100 is nothing. Those things are nice.
Yep. You guys need to come go to an auction with me sometime. I go to some pretty cool ones. It was like white herb. Okay. All right. Everybody's heading to bed. I think I'm heading. Well, I'm not heading to bed. I got to finish editing this video and then figure out where I'm going to put it. It's going to go somewhere tomorrow. And if I put it on that one channel, I'm going to have to build a whole nother video for the other one.
Right.
Anyway.
Well, good night, everyone. Thank y'all for coming up. Thank y'all for being here for the giveaway. Yeah. And we will see you next time. I do have a live at 10 a.m. Good night, Johnny.
Good night,
everyone. Thank y'all for showing up. I do have a live at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. I'm going to be doing a healthy item. I wouldn't say a meal, just a healthy item.
Snack.
So yeah,
Side dish.
snack. Yeah.
Something or other.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna leave it as number 1 for once.
And
love you guys.
The winner.
And you were the winner tonight. You were the winner. You left with the Milwaukee tool set.
I'm bringing it to you, Dale.
Yeah.
Bringing it to the races. I'm going to hand it straight to you.
All right. Lori's probably going live next. So
probably.
Good night, y'all. Love you guys. Thanks for being here. See you next time.